Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. I am the Maize Mad Man. Before we get started, make sure you hit that like button and share this with your friends and family on social media. And of course, subscribe. Today, we take a bit of our conversation with Jordan Marshall where he talks about that transition period where Jim Harbaugh leaves and Sherrone Moore takes over, and the uncertainty on whether or not he would be at Michigan afterwards. Of course, he locked in all that, and of course,
I'm upset. No disrespect, respectfully, but disrespectfully, it's disrespect. Don't be disrespectful. Those vile, disgusting Spartans, poor little girl, them. And I'ma tell them why I'm mad. That vile, disgusting cesspool in Columbus, the other state, and of course, as always, I'm upset.
Take this question from Junior. He says, "What was your welcome to college moment?"
It was probably in practice.
All right.
Everybody.
All right. We've lost Jordan for the moment. Keep calm, ladies and gentlemen. Keep calm. Anyway, you guys are great in the chat. I see everybody. I want to shout you out. I guess we can do that now while we get this technical difficulty fixed. My guy Dom, of course, got to give you the biggest shout out. Appreciate you, sir. Marmar is here. Moose is here. My guy, the Maniac, he's here. Kinetic is here. John Diadamo, Toast is here, ladies and gentlemen, and Jordan Marshall is back with us. So we'll continue this on a later time. All right, Jordan, go ahead.
Where were we at?
About the recruitment of the other state.
And then welcome to
welcome to the football moment. Welcome to college moment. Yeah.
Again, we go against the best defense, I say, every single week. The number one defense in the country. So there's really two moments. One day, I have a fake handoff. I'm in with the ones. Fake handoff. Don't get the ball. Standing up straight. Jay Sean lights me up. I do a spin and laying on the ground. And I look up to Coach Alford, and he's just laughing at me. And I was like, well, here we go. So that was probably one. And then my first practice in the big house, I get thrown in with the ones backed up. We're on the 1 yard line. This is a good moment, but I get stopped the first run. So it's second down. And I was like, all right, it's time to go. Like, you want to play? You want to do this? Get another run up the middle. KG jumps on my back, and I carry him for probably 3 yards, and we're laughing after, and he's like, damn, you're strong.
That's impressive.
Yeah, that's a big boy.
That's a lot of boy. It's a lot of men.
And then the third one, I bounce out, get a decent, probably a 20-yard run, and B Hill dives right at my knees, and I was like, damn. So again, it's challenge. It's really good that we go against the best defense every single week. That's why when we play Ohio State, when we play OU, when we play these teams, we're like, this isn't nothing. We're playing some killers, some goons on the other team, on our defense. So
yeah, no doubt. All right. Your initial recruitment, I believe Jim Harbaugh was still the head coach, right? He leaves. Was there any? All right, explain that to people who don't know, right? Like, obviously, when your head coach leaves, I believe you get an opportunity. It's like a free opportunity to get in the portal. But what was your thought process when Jim, decided to take the head coaching job for the Chargers, and you knew that Sherrone Moore would be the next guy?
Well, I knew pretty much coming into Michigan and committing that Harbaugh was going to leave at some point in my career here.
Okay.
Some point, he didn't say that, but he was already entertaining NFL, wanted to be back in the NFL. So I kind of knew he was gonna go back, but we always say it's the people, it's the culture, it's the kids that are there.
Right.
So I committed for that reason. Just like you said, I had 30 days after. Um, 30 days after Coach Moore, you get the new hire.
Okay.
So Coach Moore gets hired. Haven't really talked to Coach Hart. He decides to leave.
Right.
So the people Clink decides to go to LA. So pretty much the people that recruited me are gone. Herb's gone.
Right.
Um, and I didn't talk to Coach Moore probably until halfway through those 30 days. And I called him and I was just like, "Hey, Coach Moore, like I know you're busy." And he's like, "Nah, don't say that. Like I got time for you." We talked. I was like, "Hey, like what's going on? Like I just haven't been in the loop. I need to make decisions for myself and do what's best for me at this point."
Mm-hmm.
And he sat on the phone and he said, "We're gonna find the best coach for you. We're gonna find the best guy." Um, and I was like, "All right, like I'm gonna trust you. Just let me know when you find out or have any or you know anything about it. I just want to be in the loop. Like I want to keep this class together. I feel like I'm holding our class together right now, and if I do something, then
Right.
a lot of guys it'll be a chain effect." So I ended up, yeah, it was a hard process, like just kind of sitting in the dark, not knowing a lot for a long time. Talked to Coach Moore, and he's like, "I'm gonna get the best person." A week later, he calls me. I was by myself. I was like, "Hey, do you have any like update?" And he was like, "Yeah, we got somebody. Who are you with?" I was like, "Nobody." Told me it was Coach Alford from Ohio State, and again, that was he was up there just with Mike Hart.
Right. Right.
So to be able to trust in him that he'd go get the best guy for me is something that will like always stay close to my heart. And again, that's why I think our bond is so close, because the guy who he is, and he did what he said he was going to do.
First of all, that's amazing insight and intel, bro. I feel like Anderson Cooper right now. We just got an exclusive inside for people who want to know what that transfer process is like and what kids are thinking, because I think a lot of people get the misconception that it's just about money or it's just about NIL and things like that. And don't get me wrong, like I am one that is an advocate for it. I believe that you guys should be getting paid and should be getting as much as you can possibly get, by the way. But there's also what you're talking about, right? There's also that human factor of all the guys that recruited you have now moved on, whether it's to join Coach Harbaugh or in the case of Mike Hart, just, left the program. And you had to, really do some inventory of yourself and with the coaches to be like, hey, is this the place I want to be? Is it the same place really? And Coach Moore, that's impressive by him too, man. So that's great to hear. I've been impressed with them from afar, but getting that bit of information right there is even more impressive. So salute to that.
I think that's who he is in general, and that's why we're hot on the recruiting trail right now, is because he's a man of what he says he's going to do, a man of high character. We have a lot of coaches other than just our head coach that are also men of high character. So when you put yourself around those guys and you're around them for a day or a weekend for these recruits, you're like, this is something special.
Yeah.
And again, you don't get that everywhere. I guarantee there's a few places that are like that, but Michigan's pretty unique.
Ladies and gentlemen, this might be our best season ever. My ratings, they're about to go through the roof.
All right, now I'ma calm down. So I just don't get that all that Maize and that lock and all that. I just don't get it. So and how the
Oh my God, we're shutting the damn live down. Good night, everybody.